I've been unlocking Stardew Valley one tile at a time, paying for every single tile I walk on, with the final goal of completing the remixed community center. Last episode, we outlined the last 12 items we'll need, and in this episode, we will collect the final 5, complete the community center, and finish our season 1 goal no matter what it takes. Welcome to Tile Locked Valley, episode 8. Last episode, we got 7 out of the last 12 items we need for the community center, so for this episode, allow me to present the final 5. Ladies and gentlemen, this episode does not end until we collect all of them. It's the last day of summer, so the first of the 5 we'll be getting is the pomegranate tomorrow when it's fall and our pomegranate tree starts fruiting. Today, we get to harvest the last of our coffee beans since we'll be planting new crops tomorrow. Let's head down to the traveling cart for our last peak of the season. There's hardly anything we need from here at this point though. And sure enough, just the rare seed please. We won't be planting any more ancient seeds outside anymore, so we can start making jams and wines with the fruits that we have. Wait, what just happened? I put a fruit in this keg and it just broke? It's not even in my inventory. I've never seen that happen before. Well, I guess that one's gone. I think Tilly's a bit nervous. She's got a big question to ask someone pretty soon. One more amethyst for Abigail. And now we've got 8 hearts with her. We can buy a bouquet from her father and pop the big question. Well, okay, not the big question, but still. Abigail is blushing but looks happy. Well, ain't that just cute? And now it's official. Tilly's got herself a girlfriend. She's come a long way from her awkward encounters by the bus stop. Alright, I'm itching to get after these final 5 items, so let's hit the hay and get into fall. If you watched my last video, then you know that this mod has officially been released to the public, and has even been made open source, meaning those of you that know how to code, or how to talk an LLM into coding for you, can make contributions to Tile Locked Valley. Now, full disclaimer, I don't know C# that well, the language that Stardew mods are written in, but I'm a strong believer that knowing how to code in any language makes learning a new one much, much easier. Lately, I've been learning some Go, another language I don't know very well, using BootDev's interactive lessons. These are great for beginners and ramp up at your own pace to even more challenging topics, all while making the learning feel like playing a video game, something that, if I had to guess, a good amount of you enjoy doing. If you're even a little interested in learning how to code, whether it's for hobby projects, making mods, or as a potential career interest, you can check out BootDev's material completely for free. And if you decide you like it enough to sign up for a subscription, you can get 25% off a full year if you use code FUNGUS. Head over to boot.dev or scan the QR code on the screen to check it out, and thank you to BootDev for sponsoring this video. Now, back to Tilly. It's fall, y'all. That's always funny, right? We get our first of the final 5, our pomegranate. That's definitely going to be the easiest of the 5 to get. Pierre's trying to sell me on that bouquet I just bought. If you want to start a family someday, whoa, slow down, Pierre. That's your daughter you're talking about. Abby wants to show me something in her room after dark? This is all progressing really fast for Tilly. Wumbus decided to lay the next egg 50 miles away, so I'm just going to leave it there. All right, it's Abigail's birthday on the 13th. Don't let me forget that, guys. All right, let's drop off our pomegranate to complete another bundle. 25 more bonus tiles. Our reward, 5 gold bars. Wow, that's actually really good. Most of these bundle rewards are pretty mediocre, but that one's just good. Oh, hey, Abigail. Let me just give you... Here, it's, there you go. You're cute. Yeah, Tilly is pretty cute. Out of my way, Sam. Cutie coming through. Oh, wait. I forgot to buy more crops to plant. Let me go do that. Let's plant cranberries. 135 should be good. Oh my god, wait. I have a greenhouse now. I walked by this like 4 times today and I completely forgot that at the end of last episode, I actually unlocked it. I took a pretty big pause in real life from playing this save while I finished the mod, so that completely slipped my mind. Anyway, we're going to be planting our ancient fruits in there. I cannot believe I just made jam out of them. All right, let's unlock some tiles here. Ooh, look at that. I'm going to be using quality sprinklers here, so I don't have to come in here every day. So we can unlock some tiles to place these down and access some tillable tiles to plant on as well. We can unlock another path of tiles. I don't know, like this for now. All right, and there are our first 10 ancient seeds planted in the greenhouse. Can't believe I forgot about that. I think I'm going to spend a few tiles to reach the giant stump now that I have the greenhouse unlocked. It costs 100 pieces of hardwood to fix up, though. I've only collected 15 pieces of hardwood in this entire series so far, since I really don't have access to any renewable sources yet. But that actually leads me into my next goal perfectly. It's time to unlock the secret woods. We can use our shiny steel axe to chop the log blocking the path, and that will give us access to renewable sources of hardwood by chopping down the stumps that grow there. Maybe even get ourselves a mahogany seed. The real reason to unlock the secret woods, though, is that the next item I'm after is the wood skip, which can only be caught in the pond on the very far side of the secret woods. We're pretty much out of bonus tiles, though, but we're going to see how far into the secret woods we can get with the bonus tiles and cash we have on us. We have quite a ways to go here, so I think I'm going to ignore this first stump and keep moving forward. We can reach our first stump here, but we're down to just 10 tiles worth of cash. Not enough to reach the pond just yet, so we'll come back when we have more money. We can also plant all our rare seeds now. We may just get our first ever star drop if we bring one to the secret woods. All right, I sold some random stuff I had lying around to get some more money for the tiles. That's 4 more tiles right there. We can also make our first mayonnaise machine, get a little extra cash out of any duck eggs we collect. God, I really have not been this broke in a long time. All right, let's unlock a few more tiles in the secret woods here. If I can just get the wood skip, then I'll get 25 bonus tiles. But yeah, we just can't quite reach the pond yet, I don't think. Well, you know what I always say. When in doubt and you need more money for tiles, go fishing. Yep. All right, got a little bit of fish here. That should help some. Might as well head up to the Adventurers Guild and sell this broken trident too. Can't be worth much, but I am poor. Time for a whopping 250 gold. Yeah, definitely worth it. Evelyn's here to pay us a visit and give us one of her garden pots. I don't think I'll ever use these, but that's very kind of you, Evelyn. Thank you. We got 2 more ancient seeds today, so let's go ahead and plant those. All right, we have enough cash to unlock 10 more tiles, so let's see if we can actually get to the woodskip pond now. You can cast your fishing line diagonally a bit, so let's see if this is close enough. Huh. Not quite, I guess. We might have to get 1 more tile closer. Okay, this should do it for sure. Yes, we're in. This could be it. Yes, 1 wood skip. Done and done. Let's go turn this in for 25 bonus tiles. This won't complete the aquarium yet, but it will complete another bundle. 25 more bonus tiles. And for our reward, 5 dishes o' the sea. Pretty nice. That's the second item crossed off the final 5, just 3 more to go. I'm gonna use a few of these bonus tiles on something kind of unconventional. I'm gonna unlock a few select tiles in Abigail's room so that I can accept that invitation to come see her after dark. There is no strategic reason for this, but it just kind of bums me out that Tilly is building a relationship with someone she hasn't really spent any time with, so these tiles should let the next cutscene with her actually play out instead of having to skip it like usual. And now to go see Abigail. She invites me over to play with this Ouija spirit board thing. Put your hands on the planchette with me, and the spirits will guide us. It's moving. The first letter is I, then a heart. I've never seen a spirit board with a heart. It's spelling out T-I. I heart T-I. And then silly old Abigail accidentally knocks the board over. Oh well. And then she kicks us out. See ya. If Abigail didn't make it very clear that was an accident, I would think she's trying to hide her feelings for Tilly. But I guess not. Off to bed. Oh, Abigail's here to apologize for acting so weird last night. You probably understand what happened. Okay, bye. You know, I don't think Tilly would understand what happened, but she's lucky to have met someone who's just as awkward as she is. The next two items I'll be going for are the blackberries and the walleye. The blackberries will start growing around the valley on the 8th in just 3 days, and the walleye I can catch as soon as we get our first day of rain this season. Let's take a trip to the traveling cart and see if she's got something we need. And she does not. It would be nice to get a mahogany seed so I can start growing mahogany trees on my farm. I think the slimes are actually my best bet. Yep, there's one right there. We can plant that right here, add a little tree fertilizer, and voila. You know, I've never actually gotten one of these tickets before, and I can catch a sardine for Sebastian. One sardine, there it is. Now to find Sebastian. All the cool kids hang out at the saloon every Friday, so I should be able to catch him coming out of here. One sardine delivered and one ticket earned. I'm not going to use any tiles getting to the ticket machine just yet, but maybe I will at some point in the future. The other goal I have for this season is, of course, to catch the next legendary fish, the anglerfish, which can only be caught by this bridge up here. I believe it is possible to cast into the water from the cliff I'm standing on, but according to the wiki, you have to be standing on or near the bridge to be eligible to catch the anglerfish. So we'd need to unlock a good amount of tiles to get there. We only have 11 bonus tiles at the moment though, so I think I'll have to wait till we get either the blackberries or the walleye and can donate one of those for some more bonus tiles. Our first batch of cranberries is ready. This will be a nice little boost to our cash flow. Should have no trouble getting the anglerfish if we have some more bonus tiles too. Wumbus gave us our first duck feather too, but still so far away. We got a lot of ancient fruits planted now. Gonna plant the last two here that we can plant with the tiles we have unlocked. I think I'll hold off on planting any more for a little while since I do still want to save some tiles for the anglerfish. One more trip to the traveling cart for nothing. All right, today is the 8th. We are still waiting on a rainy day to catch a walleye, but it's the first day of blackberry season, so let's get to it. Luckily, I already unlocked a bunch of tiles to pick salmon berries in the spring, so we can just go around and check all of those. Here's our first bush. We also get 3 berries per bush now instead of the 2 we got last time, so it should be much, much easier this time around. Okay, none of these, none of those either, and none of the ones I can reach down here either. I hope I didn't just jinx myself. Let's put those blackberries in my hotbar so we can see how many we collect along the way. All right, we got this bush here. That's more like it. I only need 50 berries this time around compared to the 60 salmon berries I needed too, so this really shouldn't be that difficult. Oh, that rabbit just picked some berries for us. That's very thoughtful. Another bush here, that makes 12. And another one right here for 15. And I guess that's it for the first day. At least for all the bushes I already have unlocked. I think I got around that many on the first day last time around though, so kind of was expecting more, not gonna lie. Should be fine though. All right, since we have some time left in the day, let's see if we can get to that anglerfish. We'll start by using all of our bonus tiles, and I'm hoping we have enough cash to make it the rest of the way. All right, so we've used not all of our cash, but a lot of it. According to the wiki, you don't need to be standing on the bridge to catch it. There are a few tiles near the bridge that should also work. But also, this screenshot looks like it's from an earlier version of the game, so we're just gonna have to give it a shot and find out. I'll fish here for a few hours, and if I don't see it, I'll unlock some more tiles to get to the bridge. All right, it's been a few hours. I've caught a few fish, haven't seen anything yet, so I think I'll unlock a few tiles to get closer. I think this tile should be fine. Let's try it and see. Aha, here he is. Got it on my second fish. If I remember correctly, yep, this one's pretty easy. There he is, the angler. That's my third legendary fish for Tilly. Very nice. Let's go to bed. We've got more blackberries to pick tomorrow. All right, let's see if we can get some better luck with these berry bushes today. Here's one, and another, and 3 more right here. Now that's what I'm talking about. We should be able to reach this one. Yep, we just need 6 more bushes now. Might even be able to finish it today. Hey, Abigail. Abigail, hey. It's Tilly, your girlfriend? Oh, good, she still remembers me. All right, 1 more bush up here and a double. Love to see it. And this one's back too. Just 2 more to go. Here's another, 1 more to go. I wonder if I can get this one. Ooh, that is it. 52 blackberries. Let's go drop these off and complete another bundle. That will be the forager's bundle. Complete. We of course get 25 more bonus tiles and a reward of 3 tappers. Not bad. And of course that is another whole set of bundles completed, which means we get our 4th star up on the board. Just 2 more to go. My God, each one of these stars feels better than the last. I cannot wait for the final one. We just need the walleye to complete the aquarium and the fire quartz to complete the boiler room, and then the community center is complete. You already know how I plan to get the walleye, just go fishing while it's raining, but I think now I should talk about how I plan to get the fire quartz too. It's no coincidence that I've been saving the fire quartz for last. This may be the most challenging item out of all the items I've collected for the community center so far. Granted, I've escaped some of the more difficult ones by purchasing them from the traveling cart, but even so, the fire quartz remains this series' biggest single item challenge yet. The primary source of fire quartz in Stardew Valley is in the mines, where they can simply be found on the ground, but only past level 80. We have worked very hard for weeks to reach level 30, mining the stones on level 1 to craft staircases for every level we descend. On a good day, I'm able to get around 2 staircases with this method, so it would take a minimum of 25 days to reach level 80, not to mention 50 tiles. Then, once I reach level 80, who knows how many more days and tiles I would need to actually find and reach a fire quartz. Suffice it to say, I will not be getting my fire quartz from the mines. If all you need is 1 fire quartz, and you are nowhere close to level 80, there is a better method. This method will require no tiles, minimal cash, and should even take less time. And I'm not talking about just waiting and hoping for it to show up in the traveling cart, or appear in the Feast of the Winter Star shop, or even getting one as a gift from the wizard. No, I'm talking about fishing. Specifically, the treasure chests that can be found while fishing. Each one has a 3.7% chance to yield some fire quartz, or about once in every 27 chests on average. Now, treasure chests have a 15% chance of appearing for each fish you catch, or 20% if you use the treasure hunter bobber. With this bobber, you would be expected to catch about 150 fish before finding a fire quartz. If I catch, say, 25 fish a day, this should only take me 6 days, compared to the 25 days I would have to spend mining. Now, the huge asterisk on this should only take 6 days is that it's completely random. I know for a fact that if I spent 25 days mining, I would get to level 80 in the mines, but I don't know for certain when I will find a fire quartz in a treasure chest. It could be my first chest, it could be my 16th, it could be my 116th. We will just have to go fishing for treasure chests until we find one. I haven't forgotten about the walleye though, so as soon as I get a rainy day, I'll head down to the lake or river and catch one real quick. For this fire quartz grind, I've decided to fish down on the dock here. It's kind of peaceful here and feels like the place where I could really focus on my fishing. I also brought a couple chests with me so I can keep all the fish I catch and all the contents of the treasure chests I find along the way. I'm gonna start with these magnets I have and then go get treasure hunter bobbers. Here is our very first treasure chest. This could be the fire quartz, guys. Let's see what we get. Rare disc. All right. Let's buy some treasure hunter bobbers from Willie. Let's buy some bait too while we're at it. We can buy, I don't know, a lot. Magnets costs 1,000 gold per cast, so that's way too expensive. But treasure hunter bobbers only cost 750 and last for many casts. So let's buy a few of those. And back to fishing. All right, it's getting late and I'm running out of energy, so let's call it. I caught, it looks like 22 fish, but I only got 2 treasure chests the whole day, so that's a little unlucky. We'll come back first thing tomorrow after our chores and try our luck again. Day 2, I'm feeling good. Let's get it. Let's open some treasure chests. All right, end of day 2. We caught 29 more fish today and got a whopping 9 treasure chests. Look at all this stuff. No fire quartz yet though, obviously, but it's only day 2. Day 3 fungus checking in here. We caught 27 more fish, but only got 3 treasure chests today. No problem though, we'll just keep stacking up items in the chests until we see that fire quartz. It's the end of day 4 now. I got 33 fish today and another 8 treasure chests, which is exciting because it's a lot of treasure chests, but it's also a little disappointing because that makes 22 chests now without a fire quartz, and that means we passed right over the 50% point, where we were equally likely to have gotten one and to have not, and we are in the have not bucket. Obviously, not that unlucky, and it could be a whole lot worse, so we'll keep trucking on. Day 5 has been rough. We caught 33 fish and only got 3 chests this time. Days like these are a bit tough because you just see so many fish go by without a single chest. And then, of course, when you finally get to open one, it's like a geode or something. Well, we got 5 more chests today. That makes 30 chests now. Still no fire quartz. Alright, before I go fishing today, I have some business to attend to in the secret woods. We got our very first sweet gem berry harvest today, and it's time to offer it to Old Master Cannoli and get our first ever star drop. We just need to unlock a few tiles to reach his statue here. Then we can offer up the sweet gem berry and collect our first star drop. It's strange, but the taste reminds you of tiles. I wrote that so long ago, and I haven't ever seen it in the game before. I almost forgot what I put. I remember I was originally going to put bonus tiles as Tilly's favorite thing, but I didn't plan on explaining the bonus tile mechanic until I unlocked the community center, so I switched it to just tiles in episode 1. Alright, that was my allotted happy time for the day. Now, back to fishing. Alright, I caught another 16 fish. Got 6 more treasure chests today too, so that's 36 in total now. Still no fire quartz. If my math is right, that's about a 75% chance that I should have gotten one by now, so we'll just have to keep trying tomorrow. I've seen that Tilly girl going fishing down at the beach every day. but she never comes back with any fish.
I heard her talking to herself about some fire quartz or something.
A fire quartz? At the beach?
I don't know. Maybe living on that mess of a farm all this time is starting to make her lose it.
Yeah, well, she isn't crazy now. She will be. Doing the same thing over and over every day like that, with no end in sight, that'll wear a person down.
Well, actually, I do kind of feel for her. Haven't you ever wanted something that seemed impossible?
I did used to want to be a big city chef, but now this saloon is everything I want.
Yeah, well, not all of us got everything we wanted. I just hope things work out better for her.
Well, it's been another couple days with a lot of fish, a good amount of treasure chests, and still no fire quartz. I did manage to get the walleye today, put that in the community center to complete the aquarium, but that just means that now, truly, the only thing standing in the way of me completing the goal I set in episode 1 is this fire quartz. I've almost managed to convince myself multiple times so far that it does not exist, that it's somehow impossible for me to get the fire quartz this way. But I even went as far as looking into the decompiled source code for the game to triple check that I'm doing this right, and it is there. So whether it takes days or weeks, I will keep fishing and I will keep opening treasure chests until I find it. This is the final challenge to finish the community center, and I am not going to stop until it's complete. my god. Oh my god, that's it. That's the fire quartz. I actually got it. It's real. It's right there in the treasure chest. I can't believe it. That's it. That's the last item. I got so many fish along the way. This chest is so full. I acquired so many other things too from the treasure chests. I literally got so many things that I had to go and make another chest because this first one started overflowing. So many treasure chests, but we finally got it. It's time to go finish the community center. I've also decided I think I'm gonna finish the community center in my original outfit. It feels fitting to complete this series just how we began it. This is episode 1 Tilly, ready to complete the community center after 8 whole episodes. This honestly still feels crazy to me. Like, I spent all that time opening those chests, knowing that any one of them could be the one that ends the series, but now that I actually got it, like, I'm honestly still shocked. I had no idea how long this goal would take when I set out to accomplish it in episode 1. It has been so much fun playing as Tilly, so much fun making these videos, and it's been my absolute pleasure to tell this story and to share this experience with all of you. It's been a good ride, a great ride. For her name, I'm thinking Tilly Locke, ready to take on the world one tile at a time. Here we go. Oh my god. Can you not just pick up acorns on the ground? Look at that. I can't even pick it up right now, but I can see it on the ground, the maple seed. It's finally time to unlock our first tiles outside the farm. Oh my god, it's someone from town. What do I say? Tilly doesn't get a lot of chances to socialize. You always find a way to blow it, Tilly. This year, your secret friend will be Abigail. Let's take our first real steps into the mines. We have passed 1,400 stone, so let's take the elevator down and get started. These items on the screen are the final items for the series. Don't get me wrong, this will still be extremely challenging, and I have no idea how long it will take. What I do know is that Tilly and I are not going to quit until that community center is repaired. This is what it's all for. Someday in the future, we'll be walking through these doors with the final item to complete the final bundle. But for now, we're just getting started. The community center is complete, the Junimos can return home, and the goal for Season 1 of Tile Locked Valley has been achieved. But what kind of a finale episode would it be without a wedding to top it all off? In between fishing trips, I made sure to stop by and give Abigail more amethysts, and I reached 10 hearts with her long before I found the fire quartz. So I decided we should take it all the way. I upgraded the house, I visited the old mariner on one of the rainy days, and now, Abigail, Tilly has a very important question for you. And thus marks the end of Tile Locked Valley Season 1. The last thing I want to leave you with is a final stat check on Tilly. She had a bit of an unusual path through Stardew Valley, completing the community center, so I want to kind of quickly go over where she's at, what she's done, and try to wrap up the series that way. First up, I want to share the final results of all the fish that I caught during the fire quartz grind. Let's pull that up right now and look at that. We caught, I don't remember the exact number, but I'll put it up on the screen right now. But we got 68,000 plus gold from all the fish. I did briefly try to calculate how much XP I would have gotten from this. I was level 10 when I started, so I wasn't able to see any changes in levels, obviously, but I think this might be around enough fish to go all the way from 0 to 10 all over again. It's a little bit hard to calculate because of all the treasure chests, and you get bonus XP from perfect catches. That is the final result of finding a fire quartz. Way less lucky than I should have been. So at least we got a lot of cash out of it. Okay, first of all, it's day 1 of winter, year 5. I think I completed the community center on the 25th of fall, so that means if I do my math right, it took me 529 days to complete the community center. Now, it goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway, that this series has not been any kind of guide on how to play this way. In no way is this any kind of optimal route or record of any kind. In fact, I'm positive you can do much more than I have, much faster, and probably with many fewer tiles too. That being said, it took me 1,754 tiles unlocked to complete the community center. Now, if I'm doing my math right, that means I spent about 259,000 gold just on tiles alone. Luckily, I had lots of bonus tiles by the end from all the bundles we were able to complete, kind of chaining bundle completions into more bundle completions and using that rather than just focusing on money optimization in order to continue progressing. All right, let's take a look at Tilly's stats too. Her skills are obviously extremely lopsided. Farming maxed out pretty early on. Fishing I maxed out pretty much as soon as I unlocked it. And foraging has been a very slow grind, obviously because I can't just go run around and pick up every forageable I see, and I can't just go chop down every tree that I would like to chop down. As many as there are that I would love to chop down. We did manage to get 1-star drop from Old Master Cannoli in the Secret Woods. I guess the next closest one would be getting more hearts with Abigail, right? I think you get one if you max out your hearts with a spouse. Let's take a look at our collections too. Obviously, I did not go for any kind of perfection percentage or anything. So a ton of crops, a ton of monster parts, a ton of things that I just never sold or even acquired. Fish, on the other hand, I did actually catch, it looks like most fish. Artifacts, this is actually a shocking amount of artifacts, I would say, for someone who spent so little time in the mines. Although I guess a lot of these would come from artifact spots. But again, I haven't really been able to dig up many artifact spots at all. So I would say this is pretty good coverage given Tilly's restrictions. Same story with minerals. We did crack open some geodes at some point from our mining grinds. Obviously, we got the basic gems covered, and then just tons and tons of things that I haven't ever seen because I haven't even gotten to frozen geodes or magma geodes really, except for from fishing. I got all the recipes from the cooking channel. I don't really have many other ones. Got a few achievements here. And then, of course, as far as hearts with people in town, Abigail's really the only one that I pursued actively trying to get hearts with. Lewis, I just he happened to be the guy that I ran into most. Just walking around town, every time I was walking through town, going to Pierre's or going down to the beach or something, I would always see Lewis. Willie's kind of the same story, just from fishing so much, I see Willie. As far as the mines go, we did make it down to level 30. This is the farthest we made it down is just this tile right here. When I first started the series, I did have hopes of making it all the way to the bottom at some point. I didn't really have anything figured out though at the beginning, so I don't think I realized exactly how time consuming and or expensive it would be to reach the bottom of the mines. With staircases costing 10,000 gold a piece, I was like, oh, that should be no problem. I'll be making millions eventually. Not really realizing how hard it would be to make that much money with so few tiles. As far as areas we unlocked, we pretty much unlocked a lot of the major town areas, right? Like we have Robin's house, we have the Adventurers Guild fully unlocked, we have the quarry in all its glory. We have Pierre's unlocked. We're very close to unlocking some people's houses like Harvey's, Evelyn's place, right? Evelyn, George, and Alex. We're very close to unlocking the saloon. We're also very close to unlocking Mayor Lewis's house and getting like the ticket machine and whatnot. We have Clint's fully unlocked. We have the museum fully unlocked so we can donate. I guess the only major area of town that like I never really did unlock is just kind of this western part. Like Jody and Kent's place and Emily and Haley's place. Like I never went over here. I never did unlock the desert, or rather I never unlocked the bus to get to the desert. I had always assumed from the beginning of the series that this was something that like I was gonna have to do at some point and was gonna be this huge expensive thing to like get into the desert and to unlock the bus and to get over to the fish pond, because I knew I would have to catch something from there probably. But obviously I got nice and lucky with the traveling cart and never had to do that. We unlocked Marnie's. We have the giant stump unlocked, we have the secret woods, and we have the wizard's tower down here in the corner. Although we never actually unlocked any tiles inside beyond what we needed for that cutscene just to get inside the community center. But if we wanted to go and unlock like Junimo huts or something, that would only be a few tiles away. That pretty much wraps it up for Tile Locked Valley Season 1. I've got some really exciting ideas for future challenges and series. I have a whole brainstorming doc with a bunch of different ideas. In fact, I've already started working on a new Stardew mod that I think is going to be really fun to play and that no one's done before, for real this time. And I'm really excited to focus on that a lot more now that Tilly's story is done for the time being. I also think things here are in a really good place to pick up again sometime in the future. Life is going to be different from now on, but the future looks bright. As always, thank you to all my channel members for their continued support, and a special shout out to all my Mystic members, who are Fitch, K. Arkine, Troy McCown, Not Found, Panda, Sharkette, Suyoshi, Little Puppy, Panzeret Viking, Martin the Wizard, Bandito, Tubsy Tub, Buddhist Jesus, Tyler 489, Corbin Medina, Lavender Butterfly, Matt J, Nash Nose, Essential Madness, Derpy Hooves, Jin, Jaggers, Red Echo Games, Sapphikistic, Nyalo, Everton Jose, Bumby, Cool Mike, The Dragon Queen, C, Itsuna, Charles Goodman, Louis Martin, Sammy Vales, Capped Clover, and Hannah H. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in whatever comes next.